Don't feel forced to laugh at their awkward jokes. You can just give them a smile. I've had a lot of them feeling stupid. I just do it. I'm not going to laugh if you're not funny. That's just me, but just smile. When all else fails, just smile. Hey y'all, what's up? I've been going for a minute. Now I'm back with the jump off. Spring is officially here. Are you ready for it? Anywho, with that being said, with spring being here, it's all about new beginnings and new chapters being open. And some of us are stuck in situations that we are not that happy and comfortable with. And it's always time to make a change whenever you ain't the best that you need to be. And of course, with spring being all about growth, it's time for us to make any necessary changes that we are in that are not making us happy. And some of us are stuck in some really horrible employment situations, and we need to get that together before the middle of the year arrives. So today we're going to be discussing 5 key tips on how to conquer your next job interview. I know how hard it is out there trying to get the right job, trying to get the right pay wages going on. But today we're going to discuss 5 key things that are going to help you when that time comes. We already have a video up about resume revision and job application customization. Now, once you've conquered that, and of course I'll put the video up here, once that's been accomplished and you actually do get the job interview, there's a few things that you need to review or incorporate in your job search and in your interviewing techniques to make sure that you are your absolute best. Let's jump right in. Number 1, be prepared. Now, of course, everybody tells you to be prepared, but nobody really gives you details. So let's kind of just go through it. So you definitely want to make sure that you dress the part. Dress the part. Be comfortable though. Yes, you want to dress up. Yes, you want to give them all of you, but you want to be comfortable. You don't want to be in formal wear that is choking you or that's too tight or makes you stiff and makes you, not being able to be loose and really comfortable and really enjoy the atmosphere and the scenery as well. So make sure that you do dress very professionally, but you are comfortable. Have it slightly loose. Don't have anything too rigid. Don't have that tie too tight. Don't have that shirt, that blazer too tight. Be comfortable in your professional dress. Also, you want to make sure that your resume that you're bringing, because it's always good to bring a hard copy of the resume just in case they didn't feel like bringing their iPad in or printing it off, because they got it electronically. Make sure that it is your most recent resume that you have on hand with you. And also, of course, I know you already got a profile account set up with these people you're interviewing for. Most likely you do. Make sure that one's up to date as well in case they do print it off. So you'll have your electronic resume up to point as well as the hard copy that you're going to bring. Now, this is another important factor. Make sure that you have done your full due diligence throughout your research to make sure that this company is a good fit for you. There's a few things you want to do. When you go on their website, hunt that website. Study their social media pages. Check out their Twitter, their Instagram, their Facebook, their YouTube, whatever they have. That way, you can develop your own set of questions for them. Now, of course, you want to be able to present yourself in the best light to let them know that you're an asset to their company, but they also need to be brought in the best light for you as well. Because at the end of the day, you work for you. You are leasing out or renting out your skills to these companies, but you work for you. So you need to make sure that they are up to par with what you need as well. So get you a list of strong, thorough questions that you can ask the person that is interviewing you, such as, do you all believe in internal promotions? What is the turnover rate like? Do you all have a bunker in case there's a tornado? Depending on where you live. Like if you're in California, you need to know if they got somewhere to hide for earthquakes. If you're in the South like me, you need to know in case a tornado breaks out, where are we going to go? Are we going to be okay? Is there a new manager around? Whatever questions you feel fit throughout your research, bring them. I don't care if it's 15, 20 questions. They're going to fire off their questions. You need to have a good amount of strong questions as well, ready to go to fire off to them. Okay? Number 2, arrive early. Of course, that's another one. Everybody's saying come early, but let's explore that. Now, ideally, you're supposed to be 15 minutes, no more, no less, than your actual interview time. Now, there's a few ways to make sure that this happens, because people don't always go into detail about how to be early. So if you are unfamiliar with this location, make sure that you have already done a strong Google search or good Google Earth map if you need to know the location. Know exactly where they are. Make sure it's not on a one-sided street. Figure all of that out beforehand. A good thing that I like to do is a day or so before the interview, maybe a few days before, I actually just roll by to see what it looks like. So that day that I do come, I know where to park, where to go, what to expect, things of that sort. I like to go before my interview just to scope out the area. You also want to know if it is a parking garage, if you're supposed to be paying for parking, is it going to be a security guard, is it a private parking lot? Where do I go? Am I going to need a visitor's badge? Is it a visitor's parking section? And if it's in a building, then you need to know what floor, what suite number, where's the reception desk, and if you have to go anywhere to sign in. Now, of course, a really prepared and professional company or HR rep is going to tell you this prior to you being there. But again, you've done your own research. You know where it's at. You got your own questions ready. If they don't tell you, most likely in an email, where to go, what to do, and what to expect, make sure that you're asking. Do yourself a favor prior to even going there. Ask on your own. Hey, is the parking free? Where do I go? Is it a garage? Ask all those important questions to make sure that you can be there on time. Because there's nothing more annoying than somebody expecting you to be on time and they don't give you this important information. You need to know who, what, where, when, sometimes why, and anything else that might be valuable at that point. So have those questions answered, know where to go, know exactly what it is before you go. And of course, because nothing in life is perfect, despite your preparation, things can still happen. There could be an accident, there could be construction on the road that you weren't made aware of and you didn't get a notification. You don't know what's going on around here. If all else fails, despite your hardest efforts to be there on time, of course, you always want to call them and let them know that you're running a little bit behind, but you are en route and you plan on being there soon, okay? Number 3, research this company thoroughly. That kind of goes in a little bit with being prepared, but we want to go a little bit more into that. You want to know the ins and outs of this company. You want to know if they are in good standing. What is their financial situation like? If there are any litigations and lawsuits pending, how big are these lawsuits? Is it class action? You want to know every nook and cranny, because this is just like getting a loan. This is just like buying a house or car. This is a commitment. And just like we discussed in our videos about how to get a loan, buying a car, and buying a house in our Millennial Success Bylaw series, which I'll put that link up here as well. This is a commitment. This is a partnership. You need to know who you're quote unquote getting in bed with, doing business with, because you don't want to get into a job that's going to be having issues that are going to cause you to have to be going on more job interviews in a few months or even a year. So make sure you find out if they got some lawsuits going on. How serious are they? Are they critical? Was there any backlash? Were there some racist comments made somewhere? You need to know all this way before you even sign that dotted line and join in. You also want to know if there are any mergers and acquisitions. Is this company about to be acquired? Did they become somebody else? You need to know that, because people who acquire often have their own team. They might not need everybody in marketing at your company if they're bringing on their own team. Everybody doesn't stay. You want to know, were they recently acquired? Did they recently merge? Or if there are any offers on the table for that to happen in the near future. You got to protect yourself at all times. So you basically just want to know if there are any changes going on. Are they at mercy of bankruptcy? What were their last quarters like? And there's no excuses, y'all. We got these smartphones for a reason. You can always, if they're a public company, all of their financial statements are going to be online. You can always Google it. You can always go see Coca-Cola, McDonald's, whoever's a public company. You can always go see what their financial statements look like every single quarter. That is important. It might not be your favorite thing to do, but you need to know if there are any trends or any problems that they are facing. Because if they're losing money, they're going to be losing locations and employees down the line. Keep that in mind. So you definitely want to check out those financials before you give HR your paperwork. Number 4, online reviews. Now, let's say you are still in the interview process, because sometimes it's more than one interview. Sometimes you go 1, 2, and 3. You meet different people for each interviewing process step. So throughout this, you still want to be Googling, you still want to know what's going on, but you need to go and check out those online reviews just like you do with Amazon and eBay and everybody else. What are the people saying about this company? But more so importantly, the role that you are interviewing for. Now, whoever you are interviewing with, be it the supervisor, the manager, the HR rep, because sometimes the HR rep, if it's somebody not in your department, they don't even really know how to answer any questions that you have that pertain to the actual role. They'll read you a job description, but they can't give you the step-by-step, the day-by-day. So hopefully you'll be interviewing with maybe your hiring manager, your direct manager, your team lead, and they can answer those questions because you really need to know. But again, those people are just going to tell you all the good. They are going to lie, fabricate. They're going to omit truths. They are going to not tell you how horrible it is, how evil the customers are, how you are supposed to sit there on the phone and get disrespected. They're not going to tell you all of that. They're going to give you the bright sunny side picture. So you need to do your own due diligence. You need to go to Career Builder, Monster, Simply Hired, Snag a Job, Glassdoor, Indeed, and see what the people are saying. And let the good outweigh the bad. Most of these reviews that I see, they give you a clear, concise description of what it's really like. They tell you from the employee's perspective, especially the people that have been there more than 2 years, they tell you a lot of the important things to know. So looking at these reviews allows you to get a clear idea of what it's really like to be in that role and be on a job day to day. There's nothing more like getting it from the horse's mouth, the people's voice, as opposed to somebody who doesn't have to be on the front line or entry level no more. They got their money, they done made it. They ain't got no problems no more. They can't relate to you at this point. So you need to know who's been there and how they feel about it. What challenges did they face? Is that turnover high? How is management? Are people hands-on? Do they micromanage? Are they laissez-faire? What's going on? Are people treated equally? What is the diversity like? Is there any discrimination you need to know? How well do they really internally promote people from within? It's good for you to know what the experience of others was like, especially for the people who have worked in your role at the company at your location. Because it could be lit out there in California. It could be popping out in Texas. But if you in Georgia, all hell could have broken loose at this Georgia location. You need to know. You need to know what it's like in your area and how it can affect you. Number 5, relax and be yourself. Remember, prior to the interview, you've rehearsed your interview questions. You've gone over your paperwork and your resumes, your cover letters, your reference list. You're good to go. You've been prepared. So at this point, you should just let things go naturally. You've already practiced potential hard-hitting questions for the interview. But before your interview or interviews, because it could be a sequence again, make sure that you pray or that you meditate right before. You remember, because you're going early. If you're super early, you're still waiting in the parking lot until the 15 minutes before the appointment time arrives. Pray, relax, listen to some calming music. Just be one with yourself and know that you deserve the best that you can get in life. Just clear your mind, establish and focus on having a clear, clean mindset, because this is the best move for you, hopefully. If you've done your research, otherwise don't even go. And when you do get there, it kind of depends on who's interviewing you. Because sometimes it's real stiff, it's real corporate, and then sometimes people, their energy bounces off of yours. So just let the conversation flow naturally. Just be yourself, answer those questions, be honest, because just like they might not be for you, you might not be for them. Hey, it doesn't hurt though. Just let it flow naturally. Speak your mind, give your honest thoughts, present your best case for yourself and your work experience. Let them know that you are more than just what your resume says, because some of us are just taking jobs to pay bills and our skill sets are not really focused inside of the details of those jobs on the resume. So, don't force it. Don't make any awkward jokes. Don't feel forced to laugh at their awkward jokes. You can just give them a smile. I've had a lot of them feeling stupid. I just do it. I'm not going to laugh if you're not funny. That's just me, but just smile. When all else fails, just smile. And also, another good thing to remember is that in an interview, it's really all about likability. Yes, most people want experienced people who have the skill sets and do fit the job description well, But it is about likability. Likability can take you really far. Because keep in mind, especially if this person's the team lead or the manager, the supervisor, they got to work with you. They got to feel comfortable. They got to feel like they don't mind being around you 5 days a week or more. They got to like you if they're going to hire you. And you got to like them. Keep that in mind, because this is a two-way street. It's not, I got to be likable for them. No, they got to be likable for you too. Likability from both parts goes a long way. And lastly, be mindful of your body language. Don't slouch. Don't frown up too much. Be cognizant of any moves you're making. Don't fidget too much. Just relax and be yourself. Make sure that you have good posture, that you are giving eye contact. And don't forget, attentiveness goes a long way as well. Of course, you don't want to be breaking out your smartphone in the middle of a conversation. You don't want to be fidgeting, looking around. Eye contact, good posture, confidence, smile. Watch that body language, even if they're boring. You just sit there and act like it's interesting, even though it ain't. You just sit there. You ain't gotta be, I'm not saying be fake. I'm just saying pay attention to what they're asking you in case they ask you a question. You gotta be sitting on ready. All right, so I hope we've gone over some really helpful things for you to conquer that next job interview and get those coins. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check out some of my other videos. I got a lot of good things coming. Like I said, I know I've been going for a minute, but now I'm back with a jump off. Take a look around, see what you like. Go ahead and subscribe, and I will see you all in my next video. Take care.